Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. It is that time of the month again to make one of my favorite videos ever, PvP Metropolitan Tournament 4 usage data and season. So for those of you that are new to the channel, in this video we're going to go over the top monsters in the game. Well, more specifically, we're going to go over the most used monsters in the game from the previous season. As we all know, the season ended, the Metro era only lasted 4 seasons, and now we're in the Doomed era. So these are the most used monsters in PvP, which is essentially a good proxy for the best monsters, because obviously players are going to use the best monsters. So I am really curious to see how this is going to look like, who's going to be the best monster. I'm going to guess it's still Pango as the best, and he's the best because of permanent Megatons, right? Anytime you have permanent Megaton, you can't just cleanse it away. And funny enough, there's a good amount of cleansers in the game. Like, we have Poseidonia, we have Slumpster, we have, I think even Quace can do it. Like, there's a lot of cleansers from the Metro era. So it's going to be interesting to see who are the top of the top. I imagine Slumpster is also going to be in the top. I think Dark Voltic is going to be somewhere near the top. I'm interested to see where Spec is nowadays. Yeah, let's see if the Metro era went out or the Corrupted era hang on there. And the next time we make a video like this, it's going to be the Doomed Monsters. So let's see. Oh, by the way, if you want to follow along, shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for putting this together. I will link it to the blog below. Alright, it's once again, the time of the era, the end. At the very end of it, let's see, let's scroll down. Metro, I appreciated the balance field more compared to... Yeah, you know what? I agree. Sorry, I'm kind of reading it and not reading out loud. I actually did not mind the Metro era. It definitely felt more balanced. There's a few exceptions though, right? The Slumpsters, for example, kind of too powerful. Kind of way too powerful. Free-to-play monster, though. Gotta love it. Poseidonia as well, also free-to-play monster. Truly was really balanced era. Talents weren't too bad in OP. I also agree. The talents weren't really too bad. Funny enough, Hidden Shiv is like one of the more popular ones, and you could just get it no problem. Face Shield, it's powerful, but it wasn't like anything too crazy. Like, you could overcome it relatively easily, I would say. Let's see what else. Grand System Restriction still struggling. Winter and Wing, for sure. Now, in the Winter book, we do finally have, in the Doomed era, we have the exclusive monster, so finally someone we can use. Let's keep scrolling down. Let's go through this. Alright, so, what matters here? The A stands for attack, the D stands for defense, and T is the total number of monster was used. And let's see, pay-to-play Metros versus those with 77 to 23. Wow, that's interesting. But, let me think. When I think of the meta monsters out of the top of my head, Slumpster comes to mind. Yeah, like, let me think of the reverse. Let me think of the best undeniable paywall monsters that you need. From the Metro era, I really can't think of anything. I would have to say the best paywall monster was probably Garnixel. Dodge Area Status Caster, and just a phenomenal skill set. 0 cooldown, 0 stamina skill, a cleansing skill, good AoE skill that sunburns. But yeah, it's just that Dodge Area Status Caster. Beambot was actually pretty good as well. Too bad he came towards the end of the era, so maybe we won't see high usage for him. But yeah, he has Pierce, and he had a strong single. He had 2 Pierce skills. But yeah, when I think of undeniables, I can't really think of much. And like I said, the talents weren't anything too crazy to where you had to get a monster. Syntheris had taunts, but again, he wasn't like must-have. So I would say the best one, Garnixel, Dark Voltic. I really like Dark Voltic, even though there's anticipation. Again, you have monsters like Zul. Zul's another one that, I think last time I made a video, Zul was not high up in the usage. Super surprising for me. But Zul is one of those monsters where you can evasion your Pango. If the enemy can't cleanse, you're good to go. And then you double damage Voltic, and then he attacks over and over and over again, you know? Or you stamina regen him, and he attacks over and over. And then especially if you have like Adrenaline Injector, stamina's not even an issue for him. Yeah, that was one of my favorite talents, the Adrenaline Injector. Yeah, when I think of paywall monsters, Dark Voltic, Garnixel, Beambot, those 3 are the only ones that come to mind. Everyone else, like Irrelevant, Ziggurat 4, Dork, those were bouncing at exclusives. Other, like, exclusive Legends Pass, I don't even know. There was who else? Drobana, I don't think he was relevant, although he does have removal and everything, but not needed when you have, like, Slumpsters and Poseidonias. Yeah, I guess I'm not that surprised, because the paywall exclusives aren't anything too crazy from this previous era. Yeah, the free-to-play monsters were actually the best, I think. Some of the best. Alright, so, wow! I was wrong. So, Slumpster actually took spot number 1. Slumpster, this male boy, chipmunk, monster, hamster, whatever he is, became number 1. 70 total usage. 70% of the players were using this monster. 33 for offense, 38 on defense. Wow. So again, he was a maze monster, completely free to play. I have mine at rank 4 just from using him in the rank up survival dungeon. So Slumpster dodge area took spot number 1, and now we have Pango. Look at that difference. Oh my goodness. 70 to 46. 70 to 46. Wow. I mean, if you are using Slumpster, you're probably not going to use it with a Pango. That doesn't make too much sense, right? Megataunt, dodge area. You'd want to use Slumpster with a Mojack, a Syntheris, some taunt monster, right? So I can see that. But check this out. Free-to-play monster. Free-to-play monster. Let us scroll down. We have Poseidonia Tales monster. Also free-to-play monster. 1430. Yeah, Anticipation. Really great skill set. This is one monster that I wish I wasn't busy during that time, because I would have easily spent the 2,000 gems to get it to like rank 5. Gosh, yeah, so just for those of you that don't know, during the Tales event, around 2,300, 2,500 gems, let's say, you can get the monster to rank 5. So if you ever want a rank 5 Tales monster, you're going to need a good amount of gems, but it's a good value overall. Let's see, Fruit Taster, look at that, the very first race monster is in the top. I mean, yeah, he's just amazing. 31 on defense, he has such great sustainability. Funny enough, Poseidonia with the reverse healing mechanic could shut down Fruit Taster teams, but yeah, you can do 30% stamina, steal life from the enemy. If you face a Megataunt, like Fruit Taster versus Pango, and Fruit Taster's running Hidden Shift, you can kill Pango, no problem. Pango could be running Soul Drag, you'll probably survive it, and then you'll heal. You can life regen, stamina regen, 30% heal to your team and stamina, just a phenomenal skill set. So, fun. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 4 monsters, free-to-play monsters. Now, you can argue with me and say, oh, Fruit Taster's not a free-to-play monster, he's a race monster. I would still consider that a free-to-play monster. Poseidonia Tales events, yes, you need to spend gems on the event, still a free-to-play monster. So, top 4, free-to-play. And look, now we have Grashak, the first paywall monster, mostly used for offensive purposes. So, I imagine, look at that, 32 Slumpster, 32 Grashak. Yeah, I can see that. Again, this is probably the best paywall monster from the previous era. We have Lord Nabotis, so that is our first... oh no, Pango is our first corrupted monster. Now we have Lord Nabotis, our second monster. He's at 32 total, 22 on defense, 10 on offense. Remember, he starts the game off with the evasion, so you could probably pull off like a Lord Nabotis, Slumpster, team, possibly. We have Ryklops, the free-to-play bounty hunt monster, 31 total usage, mostly on defense. I've been battling him a lot. Yeah, I'm not in the top 100, but like top 500. I've been seeing a lot of Ryklops Fruit Taster teams. Yeah, it can just get annoying. He can also resurrect. And look how the Almighty has fallen. Spec is down to 29, mostly for offense. I think Spec will always be usable because you can pierce, right? Doesn't matter if there's a Megaton, doesn't matter if there's a Pango, doesn't matter if there's a Soul Drag, doesn't matter if there's a Kevlar Vest. You pierce, you eliminate whoever you need to, you can still utilize UA. Now we do have the Shock Beast in the game, so that can get annoying, but maybe you turn transfer, UV Fusion Cleanse, and then use Spec. So I think Pierce mechanic is always going to be usable, but man, she definitely dropped. Definitely. Same with Chiao Long. So far, paywall monsters, Grashak, Metro Era, Lord Nabotis, and Chiao Long. This is from the Corrupted Era paywall. We have Pure Pandoff. Look at him. 15, 13, 28. Remember, he starts the game off with evasion. The AI is not the smartest when it comes to evasion. He can turn transfer. He can deny. Great skill set. There's Zol at 20. Mostly for offensive purposes. I've been using Zol on my team. My team right now for offense, and I'll do a video on it. It is Zol, it is Pango, and it is Stock Killer. Love it. And look at that. We have Dark Voltic. Alright, finally we got him. Mostly for defense. To me, this is surprising. This is very surprising considering we have like Anticipation monster. I guess it's mostly used on defense though. Funny enough, they both are. Learn about Anticipation monster, 22 on defense, and Poseidonia 30 on defense. Alright, but yeah, we have Dark Voltic. So look, this is why I'm not too surprised by the ratio. 77-23. It's not so surprising when Grashak is a paywall and Dark Voltic is a paywall. Again, not necessary for the Metro era. Let's see. We have Marimotis. I actually do not even have this one at rank 1 yet. Man, I gotta get him to rank 1. 8, 8, 16. Yeah, so he's the one that has Taunt and Megataunt. If the Megaton gets cleansed, you should have the Taunt, so you can still synergize it with Slumpsters and whatnot. Algata 15. This monster just buffs. So I imagine being used with the specs, buff, and attack. Let's scroll down. Syntheris 14. 10 on offense, 4 on defense. So yeah, this monster has Taunts. There's Beambot, 4, 9, 13. This is the Pierce monster that came out towards the end. I wonder if his usage is going to be higher for the mid-season for the Doomed era. Now that players have a chance to rank them up, so that's to be determined. We have Mojack. This is a monster that has Taunt and can res. Jakuna High, Dodge Area monster. Mega Taunt. Look at Mouseron, how low he is now. Bloomeria, Anticipation. Taunt monster. Pierce monster. Artifact? Garnixel, how are you so low? I would imagine Garnixel would be, let's see. I imagine Garnixel would be more than Fossarius. Maybe because he recently came out too? But how's Fossarius more? Yeah, like Garnixel, great skill set, has the ability to evasion, max life increase, increase healing, 30% heal, and a life regen to your team. So yeah, that one's a little surprising. Maybe just lack of being able to rank up. It looks like the taunt mechanic. Look at this. Taunt monster. Oh wait, dodge area. Well, let's start at the top. Check this out. Okay, dodge area. Scrolling down. Dodge area status caster. Scrolling down. Taunt. Dodge area. Taunt. Scrolling down. Taunt. Dodge area. Yeah, it looks like that taunt. That mechanic is really... Taunt again is really taking off. We have the Lassa. You can turn transfer insert probably with the pure Pandoffs and deny. Killdrill's 3? Killdrill? Really? 3? I think he has reverse healing or something. Raijin, he can buff. Fire catches, dodge area. Forgot it. She existed. And we have permanent Megataunt, dodge area. So you see what mechanic is working, right? You have UV fusion, turn transfer, trade disable, Nautic, anticipation, Megataunt, taunt. Hey, there's Sigurd and Fort. Then we have Lupin, Vanos, Therma. So all these are like, whatever. Oh wow, we have someone trying out Firefly. But yeah, guys, with that be... Ooh, someone trying out Armor Claw. With that being said, guys, that is going to be it for this era. What do you guys think? Were you surprised by some of the numbers? Not surprised? What do you think about Slumpster being at 70? Is he still going to be at 70 with this new era? Do you think the Taunt Dodge area mechanic is going to take over? What is going on? Any thoughts in the comments below? Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.